In this video, we're going to go over some tips and tricks on the new Moto G7 Power. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, first of all, thank you for watching. Second of all, hit that subscribe button down below and click on the little bell to turn on post notifications so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. At the end of the video, if you find it helpful, make sure you hit that like button as well and leave a comment down below. Let's jump right in. Our first tip, we always call this tip 0. We're going to go to our settings and down to display, advanced, and sleep. We're going to change the sleep from 30 seconds to at least 2 minutes. Basically what this does is it changes the setting of how long your phone will stay on without you touching the screen. Now out of the box, by default, it's set to 30 seconds, which means if you don't touch the screen within 30 seconds, it will dim and it will go off. 2 minutes or 5 minutes is usually a better amount of time to have the phone sit without you having to touch the screen. So we always call that tip 0. Everyone tends to know to do it, or a lot of people do, but we still like to include it for the first time users. Our actual number 1 first tip is going to be how to show the battery percentage in the little battery icon up here. Now this one, disclaimer, usually the battery percentage, when you turn this on, you'll see it next to the battery, but the way they set this up, you actually see the battery percentage inside of the battery. So just by turning this on, if you look really close, I have to zoom in kind of close so you can see this. So inside of the battery, they have the battery percentage. Alright, for our next tip, we're going to show you how to customize the keyboard on the Moto G7 Power. So go ahead and tap anywhere where you can type. I'm going to tap right here in this Google search option. You're going to tap on the G, and then you're going to tap on this little menu button, the 3 dots. And we are going to click on settings. And here it's going to take you to a section where you'll have a lot of different things you can adjust with typing in with the keyboard. So tap on theme, and here you'll see that you have a lot of different options. It is set on the dark theme out of the box. Now I can do something like this. That's a blue. Can also add some bordering so you can see the individual keys, which I tend to like. It's a cleaner look. You can also come down here and say, I want a background as the back of my keyboard, so you can do that as well. You have some different gradient options and dark gradient options. So you have a lot of different choices in terms of what you want your keyboard to look like. We can even do this nice green here. So that's just a theme that's going to change the color of the keys. But next, we can then go in and go to preferences. We can add a number row. So now you will have an extra row of keys. So it's easier to type things with numbers. And then also, we can also show emoji symbols on the keyboard as well, which I also love to turn on. If you're someone who tends to type a lot with emojis, it's nice to just have a dedicated button versus having to hit one button first and then to see the emoji key. This will just always have an emoji option on the keyboard. Now those are the main tweaks that I normally like to make, but there's so much more in here you can do, so just kind of click around and look at the different options. Some people like to turn on this one-handed mode, which shrinks down the keyboard so it's a little bit easier to type with one hand. You can also change the keyboard height if you want to make it taller or smaller. So go through there and kind of just look at the different options you have for the keyboard. Alright, that is that. Now our next little tip is going to be what's called quick app switching, how to jump back and forth between apps really quickly. So let's say I'm in Google Chrome and I'm searching the web, doing different things, and I'm also in text messages and I'm texting someone. Let's just say I'm in this Metro PCS text message right here. I can jump back and forth between whatever the last app I was using just by hitting the recent apps button right here twice. So just hit it really quick 2 times and it will jump from that app to the last app. And I can hit it again and it'll just jump back and forth between whatever the last app I was using. It's a really cool way to just kind of move quickly between the things you're doing, and it tends to work really great when you're texting people. Our next little tip is going to be using the fingerprint scanner to, or actually, sorry, not using the fingerprint scanner. Just when you're on the home screen, just by swiping down, it will automatically bring down the notification panel. So the phone is a bit long, so it's not always easy to reach up here and grab the notification panel. So the easy way to do it is just simply just swipe down anywhere on the home screen, that will bring up the notification panel. So cool little tip there. Our next tip is going to be a shortcut on how to mute the phone quickly with one hand. So all you're going to do is just hold down on the volume up or volume down key for 1 second. It'll bring up this option, then you can tap here to turn the sound all the way off, turn it on, or mute the sound. And you also have a quick control for the volume in case you're watching a video or listening to something. You can quickly control it right here. All that's done by just holding down on the volume up or volume down key for 1 second. Now on that same note, another tip is going to be how to take a quick screenshot with one hand, and it's just holding down on the power button. It'll bring up a different menu, and here we're going to hit screenshot, and that'll take a quick screenshot for us just like that, and give you some options to crop the screen and even draw on the picture as well, and then save it. So it's always nice when they add little features like this. When you're dealing with a phone that's really long, it can be a little difficult to reach things, so this definitely makes it a lot easier. Holding down that power button as well will give you a quick shortcut to restarting the phone as well. Okay, and that is it for this video. We just wanted to go over some basic things. Hope you guys did find this helpful. We do have a hidden feature video coming. We're going to go over more really cool things you can do with this phone that maybe you didn't know about, so stay tuned for that. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know which tip that you didn't know about and you learned from the video. We always love to hear that. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.